配信待ち、よし、入ったかな。今日は2022年9月14日、夜の10時、22時15分です。こちらの今、音の確認してます。配信待ち、よし、入ったかな。大丈夫そうですね。じゃあ、ディスコエリジウム、なんと10回目の配信になりました。まさかこんなに対策だとは思わなかったっていうのが正直なところですが、まあ、やっちゃう、それね、時間も忘れてやっちゃうぐらい面白いので、よくできたゲームだなと思ってます。まあ、シナリオがすごいんだな、これ、システムというか。はい、じゃあ続きやってみたいと思います。前回そうね、なんだっけ、戻ってくるところで、なんか嫌な予感がする感じで終わったので、一旦セーブはしといた方がいいような気がするんだよな。このゲーム即死があるみたいなので、なんか自分は意外と死なずに過ごしてましたけど、なんかお友達はかなり死にまくってるみたいなので、ちょっと保存はしておこうと思います。セーブとどこだろうな、これでいいかな。よいしょっと。はい、よし。装備をちょっと強そうな字に変えましょうね。一旦これでいいか。薬の類はこれは買えないからしかなかったよな。あ、人もいない。うん。何が待ってるんだ？お、大変なことになってる。あ、アーマー着てる。まあ、あいつがアーマー着てるやつは傭兵だったかったけど、もう一人の女性はいるね。
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt.
タイタス冷静だな。
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic.
えらいこっちゃ、えらいこっちゃ。
His fingers reach for the.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your.
The Kipt is merciful.
この女誰？デポー
Willing
ル
to
って。
spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
デポールって誰よ？どこにいたのよ、あなた。
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know.
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it. Peaceful.
ルードホーエンクローベ。これ誰これ？ん？あ、ほんと左側にいた、一人。左になんかカカシみたいのがいる。
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse.
あれ3人じゃなかった？ 4人いるの？
Man's words are barely intelligible.
一人は潰されたけど。
You can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one.
そう、3人目だね。
How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
どうしようどうしよう。これはま
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him
あ、
out
はあは
first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
あ、リーダーはね。
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene. The mercenary tribunal.
もう行くしかないか。警察だ、やめろ。ああ、やべえ、死ぬんじゃないかな。
Get lost, comedian.
コメディアン。
You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some
Oh.
justice.
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone
あ
to
もうこの
see.
SF みたいなアーマー着た連中。
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk
Evil
like
data.
civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, The killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip
Oh,
of your
どうなんのこれ。
sidearm feels. Shoot him in the mouth.
お、やった。
Shoot him before he shoots. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is.
どっ
Just
ちだ、どっ
soften
ち
it up first.
どっち選べばいいん
Even
だ。
if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to
Ah.
drag it out first. I don't know about this getting under his skin.
なんだ、自分の中でももう、どっちつかずのアイオン中じゃないか。
From trembling here.
悩ましい。
Peace.
きたー。
Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
五分五分。あ、暗示。これ失敗したらどうなんだろうな。まずこれでいくか。まずちょっとこれ聞きたいな。
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
The gunner, the raddest, the killer. What do you think he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19,
なんだこれ。
20,
あそこにこういう
20.
ヘルメットのシーン。ヘルメットのシーン、棒人間の絵が。
About 50 little stick figures,
お、
all of them black. These men served
あ、
in
そこでレベルが上がった。
the native islanders.
That's right. Plenty of kits here.
T, let's fucking do it.
Easy. Easy now.
どっから行くかな。これは一つ言っとくか。
Yeah? Who did that?
そうだよね。
Time. You had time to fuck around in that church, to run errands for your
Ale.
union chief.
Time is up, loincloth. Give me a name.
もしや時間切れなのかこれ。いやルビーじゃなかったよな。そうそうそう、クラッシュっぽいよな。
The bird. You're fucking telling me.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
She used to work in industrial espionage, and
そうだそうだ。
You think I'm fucking stupid? What if I just shot one of your pals here? How about the kid? Go ahead. Say it.
Listen, please. This cop and this drum.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
論理70にこれはさらに振っとこう。論理いっとこう。よかったらレベル取っといて。また外やるな。よし。えい。
Your
Look
mind
at that.
grinds to a halt.
え、失敗な
All
の？
you can see is the
8割で
revolver
失敗したの。
in the man's armored hand, swaying, pointed at her. You move your mouth like a fish gasping. He pulls.
うおー。
A plume of
あ、
smoke erupts
一人
from
死ん
the
でもう
muzzle.
た。
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Fuck this.
Gene! Cancel Lizzie! Now!
He'll be ripped apart. They all will. The moment the third man, he wants you to open fire on the mercenaries before he
これは
does.
まではこれ
He's
だな。も
waiting for you and your partner to be the shield.
う大ピンチじゃないですか。7振ったぞ。これ失敗許されんぞ。まさか。 まさかな、8割で失敗ここで。
Danger.
よしよしよし。
Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking...
As he moves, the interlocking piece Corti. Cortana. Major Raoul Corti.
for killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. All sentenced to death while led. Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's on. It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down. Our colonel did what he had to do. It was either one cunt, or 100 of them. Rude here.
And your shit pipes right in the fucking...
He likes to fire mortars at random coordinates. Wipe out mud huts like that. When he
He was a good commander.
Oh yeah! He would have commanded this fuckhell way better than I did. But that didn't happen. Because Hayseed Bill and Chipsy fucking murdered him. Had him stink the village up for...
Listen, man. We told you we...
Told us what? What did you say? Tattoo fuck! You'll die next! Right. She gets out. Fuck do you mean? Talker.
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic.
Yeah. He liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets. Squeeze a bit of... If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for sure. But me...
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
Find his killer. Cop his killers. Stand right there.
They didn't...
Charge. Blood's all gone out now. Not long to go till the rattle stops.
Big talk, but you got him to admit he's a bad leader. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
She left!
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire! She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before...
We should have arrested her.
なんと
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for...
Hey, Bushman!
とっ
Your
捕まえ
little
とけばよ
cop
かっ
isn't gonna
た。
help you out of this one!
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
さーてこれかな。こっちは無理だよな。これ振るか。44。低い。庭足打たれたのきついな。まずったな。2ポイント振ればなんとかなるかな。それでそれか修士学で進むかな話。これで失敗したら終わりだな。頼む。
All
よしよしよ
right,
し。
here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Crano would never sanction this. Who's the
非正規
commanding
の裁
officer?
判。
Take your pick. Really? None of this looks like it's going to do anything, but you only have time for one argument. Choose wisely.
Pops, you have no idea about the rights Crenell extends to us. If I fuck and kill you, hang you to that streetlight by your shit pipes, then no one's going to give a shit about dead loincloths.
Okay, it's not much. But he's thinking about... Now fire. Fuck them up.
撃てって言われてもまだ4
The
割。
muscles on your back tense up.
いけっかな。もう振るもんないもんな。レベルは足りない。装備変えらんないもんな。ここでぐぬぬお願い。あ、よかった。ここに来て。よし。
A plume of smoke and fire erupts from the gun, and your hand goes numb from the explosion. The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence. Slow. There is a hole in his cheek. Blood gushes out as he stumbles back. His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say,
これでどうなんの？
shoot him, shoot him. But he can't. To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the
いや、瞬きする
rifle
暇はないな。
sways slowly. You leap
よし
left.
よしよしよし。
Warm concrete lead
ここでなんとか。
passes millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
俺を撃つのはやめろって言ったな。そこに女もいるもんな。
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the... Watch out! To your left. The
あ、キム狙ってる。
Please.
キム頑張れ。
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude, an unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
さすが。
Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 crazed eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol.
これ無理じゃないか。
Then he squeezes the trigger.
これは。ん？
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede. The Hardy Boys are screaming, fighting, dying. Someone jumps over you.
Stop! The cop! Protect the cop! He's down!
Feels slick and warm with blood. The pain is too most of what's down there. You can also feel the bone with it. Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by.
You're bleeding out. Yes, keep talking. Stay awake. Look.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and a slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
よしよしよし。この権威はでかい。
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves, like you hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears.
This is death. One more door, baby. One.
The fight? There is no fight. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. And rotting. And being disinfected. And
He can't go. Not before there is a
そうだそう
radio
だ。
in the distance. A radio of the world. Planes.
hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He
どうなんのこれ。
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange
お
jacket.
おおおお
It
生きて
turns
る生きてる。
double, then triple from the pain.
Sunrise, Parabellum. It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine. Then it's
Do you
not
go to-
that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad, but still under the counter bad.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
ほうほうほう。
2 days. In
2日
and
間。
out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water. Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an...
Isn't that written on your...
It served you well. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay. What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight. Yes.
A blood-stained killer.
You're an officer of the RCM. As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged. Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
グレンは助かんなかった。
This is not the first person to
流れ弾の
die
人。
in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They
Allez.
both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name. Yes, he's still alive too. You were bleeding out. You said something, I don't know what. And you warned me. I was able to disarm Officer DePaul before she got the jump on me.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened. DePaul was the last to die. Everhart had their bodies returned to Connell for a funeral. Company because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know. This is the one. 5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, and Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Elizabeth too. Elizabeth Beaufort was her name. The gardener. No, she bled out before Everhart's surgeon could help her. Everhart sent his personal doctor, but a costly loss for the Union. She was being trained for leadership. She never had a chance. She should not have been there in the first place. There was no way.
Stop this line of thought now. He nods.
All.
Eh?
Yes, officer. 6 people are dead.
+1. Ruby.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. And we are still...
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between his smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side,
よかった。
thankfully,
動脈硬い
no
だった
major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and bacterial infection treated with we will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is. No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving back to that shithole, he says.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site. I'm sure they're worried about you.
That means he hasn't seen them around while you were out. They're not really worried about you.
I don't know. I did. No need. Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
Easy.
Your balance is way off.
How are you?
He nods.
I honestly don't know. Do you? Because we can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside of... Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Clasia too. We really should have arrested her, you know? Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal. I don't know. I think the dangerous theory you presented on Clasia, or whatever her name is, was wrong. We have not found a motive. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
結局誰なんだ犯人は。
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this.
See? There's that.
屋上
You
ね。
can do ballistics.
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around. We found one, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is to find one that makes the bullet useless. I don't know. That's been there for years. What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case.
He's wrong.
Okay. Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if...
That does make some sense.
Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. Au diable. We could find thousands more if we wanted.
But they seemed so mysterious.
No need to be melodramatic.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
I'm listening. I'm ready to hear what you think about solving crimes now. Really? Because to me it seems...
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to limp?
いけるぞ。
Good. Well,
The lieutenant did mention also it's just close enough to endure the walk.
why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot...
だからあれか。窓のやつチェックできなかったんだ。あ、治ってる。なるほどね。
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in the mirror. The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection.
お、入れた。これはキムさんの部屋ですか。
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They
I had Garth open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night. It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky. Continue.
いやー、キムさん素晴らしいな。こっちから開かないのか。足が痛い。
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines. I'm sorry. I fucked everyone over. P.S. I
プレゼン
didn't
ト
kill
が上の
him.
階
A
に。
gift. I am not drawing my gun. Yet.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively. Just don't walk into another radio. Relax. Not everyone is out.
It's hardly surprising.
The medicine cabinet. Pity.
Of course you were. How does that work anyway? Amphetamine. Does it make you a better
There is a little condescent. Be honest. He's not grilling you. He just wants to know. Ask if he's ever wanted to take it too.
That's what I thought. Let-
よし。なんかあるな。なんだこの線は。ん？
You see the same two neon-lit shapes. A man and a woman. Only now a red thread bisects the room.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant, the island in the bay.
小島。
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point. I remember. She was there that night. She would have known precisely.
She had a long time to think about it after.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make? So it is.
For a second he seems tired. He is trying to justify. The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking there, across the grey
島
water,
に行くしかないのかな。
amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
I understand.
He will. He has it in him.
Could be the makings of a sniper.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind.
Not a lot, no. Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
そうだね。
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
1.2 kilometers away. Indeed, there was no evidence of a sniper's nest in that location. The distance is 1 kilometer away. The shot would have been a small miracle. 5% likelihood. There is an... Then there's the thread the witness left. She...
そっか、射撃地点を見つけるのは無理だったんだな。ここまで来ないと。
You clearly see...
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here.
The machine...
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place. I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching...
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. In the danger...
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here
無
free.
料で泊まれるやった。
This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, but the drinks are not. It just felt I need... Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business. Ah, them. Nice people, but no. Lena said they were going back to Jamrock. I saw them. I'm glad she got out of here before all that. Bullets flying and stuff. People inside were quite terrible. Yes, you know. And I went outside.
He's almost completely forgotten what this began with.
I mean, you're a detective, perhaps.
Exactly.
But you'll see her again one day.
Oh, fine, hero cop. Lena left a forwarding address. I don't remember everyone who comes here. And many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Yeah, I was. Yeah. That...
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I...
He means it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
Hi again, Gendarme. Oh yes, let's see. Sure, you did. And how did you like him? Ah, shoot. Hmm? What about bye-bye, Gendarme?
こいつは何も言うこと変わらんな。ああ、減っちゃったな、メンバー。
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his...
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas.
His hand is covered in bruises and half plastered. Still, this is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Dick Mullen on steroids. Glenn would have liked you had he gotten dead. Never mind.
There's a lump in his throat when he thinks of Glenn, lying on the plaza mosaic, bleeding.
Dio was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Lizzie and Angus, they were just stupid kids.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit. Dennis, that poor little rat is dead too. I always thought he'd...
He didn't like him. That only makes it worse.
Well, yeah. Memento Mori, right?
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food.
Or you might die of a heart failure.
Hey, fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother.
He's right. The numbers are replaceable. In an organization of thousands of...
Don't know?
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Nope.
He did. He shrugs and tries to look uninterested.
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Yeah, go pay Monica a visit in general. She's got a knack for making...
Hell, you both look like you could use some...
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate...
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book. Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on.
Copo Loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
Thanks for getting involved, guys.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back...
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
I will, Capo. That's a promise. Now...
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This...
Good point, Bino Claude. We'll keep the vault under.
かっこいいな。悲しいけど。おっと、なんだこれは。
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. This was Cindy the Scar. The lieutenant crouches, touching...
Looks like it, yes. This is still and blood. Some of it is even...
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
燃やそう。
The fuel oil catches fire
かっこいい。
with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. The flames warmed him too.
Let's go to that island.
Slowly, the flames subside, the fuel burning out. The air still... The worn and beaten wooden planks of...
We can sit on benches after.
You can revisit the bench.
Mon Dieu! You set it on fire! What kind of a policeman are you? Oh, well, thank you, officer. It certainly lightened the mood. Very cozy. Yes. What? Yes.
He finally...
We all got...
We are both...
It is what I just don't know, officer.
薬を補充していきたいな。誰だ。撃たれたよって
Inside, you
報
see a
告
set
しな
of
くていいの
steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Something is wrong. Only static Hissing, no reply.
It's been this way for a while now. My guess is the union is... It only happens when someone mentions the attack. The rest is unaffected. Our best bet is to carry on. No more dangerous than stepping between three armed mercenaries. I don't like it either, but that's the way it is. The street seems safe enough to me. You can try calling again. Just don't mention...
They're shutting you up. Everything sounds okay. In the cabin, you see a set...
My man, you're alive. Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive? Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the act. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed. Even if it... Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you. But hey, you're still breathing, right? Fuck it. I'm a bad guy now. There's things more... We are what we are. Shoot. Sorry, man. Didn't mean it like that. Ask away. Okay.
Telling him is a really bad idea. The lieutenant throws... What are you doing?
Oof. Good on her. And good on you, too. And she didn't do it, believe me. If it's something bad, then she didn't do it.
He's relieved.
All right. That's enough sharing details about the investigation for one day.
危ない危ない。薬を買っときたい。
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know any.
A colourful display of cigarettes.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. Here you go, mister.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various...
Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better. Okay, here. I hope Saint... Okay, here. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you...
5がいいだろう、とりあえず。
Stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
There are types of danger. The one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace though. Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lock. No, man. Not to...
He says it matter of fact.
Time will tell. I'll tell Everard I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the side, aren't they? Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of... You know it, friend.
さすがにここはもう開いてないような気がするけどな。ですよね。入れないね。
A lorry stuck in the tree.
あのばあちゃんどこ行った？いないね。
A lorry abandoned by its owner.
お、なんか変わった。 銅像がない。
The old king and his horse have been covered in posters with radical slogans at the bottom of the posters in smaller.
Looks like the students took your advice to heart, detective.
ポスターね。はいはいはい。あのガキどもはどうしてんだ。まだいた。
Shit, pig! You got torn up bad there. Kuno hopes you learned your lesson and Kuno doesn't have to send his guys after you again. Now, what do you want from Kuno?
なんでクーノの部下になってんだ。
No, Kuno doesn't.
So he knows.
Oh my god, I told you that shit!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you.
She sounds like she's about to cry out of disappointment at Kuno's newfound.
Deny everything, Kuno.
Kuno's not gonna say.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in? And then what? You fucking there?
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know? Yeah, it's the Mac. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like...
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fuck...
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of a good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. The fuck do you want with it? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno
教
about
官
his
これ
kingdom.
か。開けてみるか。この後に及んで面白いことがあるか。あ、まず装備変えれるか。装備でいこう。教官ね。
Watch out, pig. Who knows?
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. Well, yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You need to get so magged up. You've one stroke. Don't be so modest. He's having one right now. Yes, if you want to live, you need to.
教官、教官。教官。これで
Kuno saw you wield that can. Sweet graffito action, pig. Kuno likes that delinquent shit. Fuck no. Ah, shit. That's right, pig. Shit.
よし。
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But what?
Fuck you whispering about.
She puts extra stress onto that word.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against it.
Idiot. You bungled it up. That's it. You let him off the line. That was a bad, manipulative thing to say.
Try to fuck my Kuno! Try to fuck my Kuno away! Me and Kuno.
A chill comes over you, the wind from the boulevard south, lashing you for trying to separate them. You were too pushy last time. Think this through. Just look. While Kuno has no problem being near you, she always hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it.
Fuck you!
She puts extra...
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up.
これは間違いないんだね。こっちスタートどっちだ？
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned... Fuck. She can read lips. You should cup your mouth.
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours.
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower. But a determined child of hers, the creature peers at you both from over the fear. Fear of the truth.
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't...
He speaks the truth, my liege. Kuno falls silent.
Kuno, there...
He usually looks you straight. Don't move your head. Just from the corner of your eye, look at her. Though her friend spoke too low for her to hear, Kuno S is not...
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the snuff radio shit. Believe...
Like the private radio station, he doesn't want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of crazy people. The fucking...
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Suroese? Like that man from Shelmdall shit?
Revelshot does have a small Suroese community. Or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was...
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near... Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too.
You know this. The body goes into a kind of revulsion shock. Kill the kid. Yes. Makes them look for a quiet, dark... Must have been her first one. You only get it on the first one.
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home. She's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno-S, two of a kind.
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno. No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was Psycho Killer. How's Kuno dealing with this? Kuno's dealing with it just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with this, waving your gun, mad dog shit. Kuno's got this shit under control. Listen. See, it's Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno, you threaten her, you...
This is what it all comes down to.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later.
He may not be able to do it, but he will try. Right now, he believes he will.
Alright, now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That took something out of him.
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno!
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. Remember when you tried to get Kuno to hook you up? We can get on that now. If you run a little... See? It's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pant buying shit? That Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need.
これか。
Here, pig. We've phoned now. Performance buddies. Kuno could already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig.
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not...
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now Junkie's claw dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks to like half. A baggie, but like in...
That's half a gram.
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not? Fuck you talking about?
You can barely see it because there's barely...
Okay, Kuno's listening. Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno, that's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his sh...
What the hell are you signing us up for here? Okay then.
もう食うのがだいぶ話が進んだな。ただ島に行かないとな。他のタスクはみんな終わったのかな。ほとんど完了してんじゃん。あ、放棄ってのもあんね。あ、これも放棄か。稲子も放棄。なるほどね。あのイベントが起きる前にやらなきゃいけないこともいくつかはあるんですな。でもなんだかんだでかなり完了してるね。進行中凶器とアーマー、そうだ、空のアーマーのことで聞けるかな。アーマーのこと。
Necromancer pig. That shit Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno, the fuck about it?
これだ。
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. That fucking had one thing. Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too...
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit, yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustache union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gates. Yeah, cock in boots. You know that jolly union cow fucker?
Yes, you met him at the gates.
Yeah, he's the one you wanna talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Come in here.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Fuck are you talking about? What did
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder?
You hear?
You're testing Kuno's.
Get lost.
The girl is ignoring.
あいつがアーマーのこと知ってんのか。
Hold on, wandering man. How can I help you? I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. I'm sure I'll be luckier than you. We're negotiating. Aye. All of it.
This seditious talk sounds like communism.
Sure thing.
What is this? News of the world?
アーマーのことないな。そのゲート、港のゲートここじゃないの。大きなメスクジってお前じゃねえのか。マニアーナだもんな。
I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. You know it, friend. We're negotiating.
しかないけど。
This stuff, they already covered. Never grateful. Were we ever grateful? All of it.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on this.
No, even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are... Then how can anything ever be... I think it's best you make up your own mind. I guess you can...
By that.
By heaven, the old man is corrupt for our benefit. And he is reasonable. Besides...
Not you. This man has political.
Sure.
The look in it, all that of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. No. No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching for.
アーマーのこと聞けないな。まあ今更なんだろうな。狙撃してんだ。ああ、そっか、食うのの親父がどうこうってのは気にはなるな。見てこよう。あ、いない。絵を描いたと思ったのに。部屋にいるのかな。見てこよう。あれいないな、シンジ。どこ行ったんだ。 何もない。
Give me a moment. The waiters are at the end of this hallway, right next to the communal bathroom.
突き当たり共同浴場。これ間違いね。こっちの突き当たりか。
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door. You'll need to equip the chain cutters to enter. Snip right through them.
Also.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges. Snip. The cutter goes through. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is...
I know there's no stopping you, but that's it.
なんだ、またあれか、鉄火場か。一応保存しとこう。誰もいないじゃん。
A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it.
Good. Confiscate.
A minuscule amount of amphetamine. You pocket the bottle as if it were. Blast it before you face the beast. Deruita. A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. In the dark, it looks like a nest. Something underneath there is... It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this.
なんだ、何があるんだ。死んでんのかまさか。寝てるだけか。ならいいんだけど。
Bundle of clothes heaped in the dark. It looks like a nest. Something underneath there. It doesn't give a shit that it's not too late. No one... Your hand touches a greasy duvet, covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts. You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
Well, Judge...
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears that there's still plenty to be scared of here. Just not what you thought.
I think he's still quite bad. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but...
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark empty.
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Look, he's trying to communicate. I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by next door is a gas company. He's wearing free socks from a gas company. A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a dead.
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit. We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The arms, they don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few
years. No, the pile of blankets grunts miserably. Silence. Only heat emanates from the sleeping body. The man groans once again. And then it dawns upon you, pigs. He says, he's trying to call you pig. Are you going to let a semi-conscious degenerate disrespect? His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated.
At least he got to say his piece.
Kuno のお父さんは廃人でしたと。
The girl is it.
こうなってくるとあのクソガキもかわいそうですな。
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the...
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
What is this shit? Talk normal to Kuno?
The huge kips made him his bottom kips, Kuno! Stay away from him!
Alright, so you got Kuno's kilo. Here is how we do it. First, give Kuno... That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Word on the street is, you said your little friend in dressed as a hooker. Distraction style.
Not a single muscle.
Kuno wants to hear all about it. But first, we split the kilo. Then we shoot the shit. Kuno knows what Kuno...
Kuno means gram.
いやー、渡すわけにはいかないな。
Alright. Kuno knew you'd try that sneaky pig shit.
Tell him, Kuno!
Kuno's got brains. This shit doesn't surprise Kuno.
Major...
Kuno won't take this shit lightly. The pieces are moving.
It's hard to see how, not giving a boy a bat. Hard to see, but easy to feel. It's not hard to see at all. You hand out drugs to kids. The lieutenant's faith in your judgment will diminish significantly. None that you can see.
Tick, 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 tick. Decision time. What's it gonna be? You gonna fuck the Kuno? Alright. You fucked the Kuno. Everybody, Kuno got fucked by his pocket pig. Just when we getting our business on, the pig...
I told you he can't be trusted! I told you.
Relax, see? We got plenty of kilo. Kilo underground. This is about you and Kuno. You mismanaged this shit.
In truth, Kuno doesn't really believe there's anything you can do to make up for this. The damage is irreparable.
The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Yeah!
6 meters underground, below piping from before the war, the collapsed remains of the Martinez storm drain system. There are 2 stolen flashlights with piles of batteries next to them, beside 2 bed.
Yeah? How the fuck are you still alive, pig? What?
His posture changes, the swaying rooster motion.
Fuck right. Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told ya. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately.
Kuno window.
What are you trying to do? Get the Kuno to stop. Kuno's just getting it on.
A small lump formed.
Keep your ass together, Kuno!
Kuno's not fucking trying to be tough. This shit is real. Kuno's fucking violent dad's gonna be a vet. Kuno's gonna go out like that too. Gonna be just like Kuno's violent dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on...
Stop saying all this sad shit.
There's a touch of grief.
Fuck are you talking, sad? Kuno's got hard shit, dead shit, nothing shit. Get your fucking nun-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit.
If he doesn't stop soon, he's going to collapse.
Kuno won! Oh, you won, Kuno!
He did not win. There is a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty.
Yeah, so fucking what? Fuck are you talking to Kuno about that kiddie shit?
He's trying to fuck you again.
Fuck out of here. Kuno knows it's fucking lame. That's why Kuno...
Don't change your name into that, Kuno.
Fuck right there where?
You can guess.
That's right. It's a shithole. Kuno's gonna move underground.
Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno.
That didn't change shit, pig. That only made things worse.
It doesn't work, Kuno.
She must repeat it. Use every chance to confirm that version of reality. She tries to bind their fates together. She needs him. Bad.
Fuck does Kuno care?
これでクーノの話はまあ終わりだな。よし。まあひどい家庭環境というのが分かりましたね。さあ島に行くぞ。今度こそ。あ、こいつ戻ってんじゃん。
The speakers below are banged up and worthless.
高いって。
The sneakers triumph over them.
船を借りよう、船を。そう、この人夜中に会ってないな、一人で。
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the way don't keep even I can see that. Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own. I'm not sure those were the loss of the men.
Then we'll be ready.
船貸して船。
Officer, what happened? You're limping.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear.
There was an exchange of fire on a...
You didn't only get shot.
Well, good for you. So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. Better than being... Hi. I guess you are. Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried.
Oh, よかった。
We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Used to be some kind of fortification.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and...
Of course, ma'am. It's only for...
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you?
That's cool. You boasted your bacterial infection.
My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking bud.
This must be one of the many fortifications.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety...
Can we maybe ask your twins?
Be my guest. A strange way of talk. Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater.
南から入る。
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
まずは双子に。
The scruffy-haired little boy.
And that island. That's, nothing. It's just a seaford and we make a fire. Mm-hmm. Gather the sticks for...
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war.
I don't know what they are. They're lights.
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of it. They must mean a human being on that island.
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asked to put the fire. I don't know. Yes.
Because he doesn't want to be found.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are...
Yes. No, he doesn't. No, he lives there. He doesn't live there.
Anything else?
I don't know. We ran. He's just young. We shouldn't be there. Our father thinks that he didn't. I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
There's
Lights. Fire guy. We should check up on that island.
子供も辛いな。これか。ゴーゴー。
A skiff with a small steering end. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. Have you made all the nest? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
まあいいだろう言っても。
What? Fine. Let's blast Sad.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You see.
「本当にラジカセ持ってる」
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally.
この演出があって燃料も少ないってのはもうこれ一方通行だな。片道切符だな。今度こそエンディングに真相にたどり着けるといいな。悲しい音楽だな。教会。 遠いのかな。誰かいるのかな。
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant, in the silence. Let's go.
Let's go. 装備を変えとくか。強そうなやつに。権威。これいいね。共感。2つ上がるのはいいね。目は目は2つ上がんないな。好みだな、この辺は。論理でいいか。手さばき。ズボンなんかあったろう。さっき取った。これいいじゃん。2つも入るよ。他に2つ上がる系は共感。こいつ見とくか。2つ上がるのは強いよな。これも強いね。上着は全体的に強いな。上着はどれも2個上がる系なんだな。なるほど。一旦これでいくか。
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting up.
Ah, yes. So it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And
as a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. They sift.
ここにはいけないか。上からかな。よ火器厳禁。
ICM?
I see.
This feels familiar somehow.
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's the
Sounds an awful lot like.
It does. The RCM made this. It's impossible to say. It was chaos.
Nice, political. A mediocre athlete would pant from dragon.
There were all sorts of groups and groupuscules back then. No. And
with its horns in the sky. The symbol.
No, that's the...
A DeLorean era symbol of...
After 44 years, one of these barrels was still leaked.
なんかいそうだな。大丈夫かな。砲台か。人じゃないよね。これ何これ。
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift. With the lieutenant puts his...
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. Downstairs, somewhere. Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been...
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a hollow ring. The canister is empty.
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to...
The wind outside picks up suddenly.
なるほど。焚き火の男とやらがどこにいるんだ。
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor, and most are soft covers. Popular depictions of man versus nature, by among what is mostly...
Someone's made themselves a home.
概念化。五分五分。さて概念化。これだ。概念化。もうないかな。あれ。
Soft covers, serialized fantastique. Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory. That is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia.
Ouzia. Humanitarian sciences.
Your incendiary room, wasn't there some in the communist student?
Well, yes.
The little books seem inconsequential.
Again, I am not a philosopher.
Interesting.
装備を戻そう。これとこれなんだ。お、新しい装備だ。冬スカーフ。お。
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
You force the rest of the sentence out.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you're feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there. You didn't realize how tired you were. The blanket feels cold. You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slow sleep.
Kim はどうだ？見張ってくれてるって言ってたけど。 じゃないのか。海岸に行けと言われましても来たところに戻れないぞ。あ、よかった。出れた出れた。はまったかと思ったわ。これどこに行けばいいんだ。キムさんはどこ行っちゃったんだ。シャリのところ。シャリのところって何さ。鎖のところまで降りろ。あれか。水の中。彼女の足跡。あ、なんかいる。ある。なんだこれ。
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away, but you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go. This is the Holy Queen of the... Win her back. How does that fit in here? And what is the Holy Suzerain do?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush. Oh, this. This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality.
She looks at the...
Anyway, I'm going to Morova, to live there in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive, epic showdown. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now. With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand. She is not kissing you back. This was not about failure or success. This was always going to be horror. I should not have suggested her chest rising like a pillow. Hidden, distant, feels like soft fuzz, the world's most precious material, reserved for those she lets close enough to feel it. You ask a delicate wreath on her forehead, pressing into your temple. The silver is cold from the spring evening air. Her hand does not distrust. For you, nothing, just pillows against you. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew, and, brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. I never.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head. She shakes her head one more time.
No, Harry. Not yet. I'm pregnant.
What?
Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? Now, go ahead. Ask me more questions.
No, this has to... More questions. Ask more.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. That's not what figurines do, Harry.
She looks at the headless fountain rider. The figurines don't do anything? Yes, a form of communication when words have failed. Yes, it was a good idea, but she felt obliged by the headless fountain rider to give you things in return.
Harry, I don't want things. I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless fallen rider back then. That sounds nice, Harry, but...
This won't be an argument. It will be emotional.
There was a time I would have loved to hear about them.
Hear that? That's the sound of meaninglessness. Meaning.
We both said a lot of things.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see...
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot...
You need to recite it to her. For effect. All of it. Yeah. Put a stake through your heart. She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this. Okay, Harry. Okay. It was morning and you slept. It was 100 million years ago.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below.
And my crown of immortality? No. You scared her out. Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again.
A cheap rental with mold on the walls and the tap drip.
Yes, I have found someone for whom I can feel the same. A copy.
Your heart burns through...
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny? I hate being that. I don't want to be anything for you. It's here, Harry. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 there. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, the coolest, with your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants, smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the first and worst time I fell in love. Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. It was just a day then, but to think...
That's sharp and precise.
No, it's all you. I always loved you. Is there really anything left? If not, we can always... It's not. But... I don't know why I said but. There is no... That's it, yes. We've talked about...
Where? In... Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything.
See? It just takes some time. For you, it will take... But...
She keeps her shoulders squared. It's not. It's just...
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew, yes. But that time is gone now. It's okay.
There is a silence. As you talk, it feels like chewing on gravel, granite, steel bar.
No, Harry. We already tried again.
Is that how it is now? Not you too.
I don't know. Please. Harry, we can't be together.
She avoids turning them to you. They're turning moist now. Her eyes. She slowly shakes her head.
You know what I mean. A little down. You've worked there for so long.
Questions? Did someone say questions?
This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now. It's not just the lists or trees. Other people get sad too, but in conclusion, you're ill. You're an old, insane man. And I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day. Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
We all told you. Everyone warned you. Everyone.
Literally all of you.
I'm glad too, but I have to go.
What?
I will. The morning? I don't understand. Oh my god, Harry, stop. I can't do that anymore. Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten...
A tiny golden watch with red straps.
That is very contested by modern historians. You're only saying this...
Stop making her angry. She won't start loving you again if you call her a mass murderer.
I'm not that either. Can't I just be? I'm actually very ordinary, Harry. Below this gown, this thing you've made me into. My lungs do not glow, Harry. I am just like, oh, Harry. I don't need you.
All the roads will miss her. A completely different world.
I have to, Harry.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have said that. I am wrong about everything. You should go on without me.
No, you don't. You're just being a martyr. And I'm really going now. I won't see you, but you will. Oh, Harry. This is a dream. Right here, tomorrow night. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti. Oh, yes. This is real darkness. See you tomorrow.
It ってしまった。夢でしたと。
You're up quick. How was your sleep? Of course. I was just thinking maybe you've torn your stitches. Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around. I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have?
The lieutenant nods solemnly.
Okay.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed.
まだ調べてないものがあるもんな。向こうなんだ。あとこっち通れないのか。お。
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one.
Another part of the island, probably. Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast.
Alright, I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open. Fuel, generator, console.
The heavy metal door.
下か。こっちから来たからこうだね。
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows.
The console of an anti-computation device. The general... Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radio...
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights. Nothing happens.
We need to restore power before using this. We should look around outside.
The boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland.
The console stands by, mutely. The dial slides under the... An idea lights up in...
This is an air-gapped system. Of air, I think they call it. That won't work. No, I'm not. But it would not be very good...
これはなんだ。怖い怖い。
A strange feeling, looking at the water. Maybe you should just... Perhaps there's someone there, where it has always been. Maybe you know it. Yes, cold and still. Yes, 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 yes. No, no. We're not starting. In the still mirror of the bay, you see modern islets and posts, like step.
びっくりした。なんだ今の。急に画面が広がって。バグか？危ねえ。固まるかと思った。あ、ここ登れんのかな。なんだこれ。お、燃料だ。
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the...
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to the silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend.
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. This means the same person could have visited both. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there,
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of, quite old and grimy, from years without. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire, capeside apart. The red chimney and collapsed back of the four-story tenement in front of the wall. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags, its sloped roof.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window? I can see it. Through the scope of a rifle. The shooter would be
cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Good. I think we have it, detective. the
よう
original
やく見つけ
shot.
た。
This is the sniper's nest.
Affirmative.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
He looks north, over the fortification. He's conflicted for a second. There's guilt there.
Where?
He does not answer. Just, he feels...
We should move now.
Hmm. 誰だ？さっきのオイルを入れて。
This old cylindrical generator. The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up. There's a red starter switch on the side. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like a...
That should do it.
よし、レベルスキルポイントはだいぶ触れるな。低いやつに振っとくか、少し。これと最後の1個空いてるね。これ振って何か上げてみるか。よし、これでスイッチを入れりゃいいんだな。
A dim golden glow animate.
It's on. Turn it.
Automatic boot. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in. A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you. So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here. I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke.
Don't be. I have a gun. I know. It was not easy to acquire.
大丈夫、レベルは触れる。ステータス多い。いけるいける。反対側か。なんだこれ。
Yes?
あ、人がいる。 おっと大丈夫かな、セーブしとこ
う。An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of then spits it out into the extinguished fire unclouded by cataracts. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates.
The what now? I can't hear you. I may have all sorts of...
The position?
Fire guy. Regressive bush. My eyesight? Yes. Helps me.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
I did. And you... I should have burned that console. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. It's a triangle.
Southeast Samarran made. Exotic. Must be defunct too.
A Samarran rifle.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the city.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball. Yes, I bet you've killed a lot. Have you come?
His right eye twitches. With what?
We have come to ask you questions. If you do not comply, we will take you in.
The danger levels here are hard to read. One moment he's afire, the next, a fire gone out. The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down.
Yell at him now. Loud.
権威が振っとくか。まだポイントある。これでどうだ。83で失敗したらどうしよう。
The words I am an enemy commander sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be? Dog.
町長だ。
A big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army. To hell with it. It's a walking stick.
男色軍団。
It's out of bullets.
Oh.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light. The rifle's in a shabby state. Like a crutch that's on the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave. We were
from ballistics. It could eat.
It doesn't matter if it was made the right type and the right caliber.
He's liking this. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him to get a confession.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of...
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May...
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. It's not an island. What? It's a defense. The congenitally deformed King Philip II
built a coalition military, called it Operation Deathblow. Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50. Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million? Iblis. The black-eyed angel. How does anyone survive? I steal supplies, vegetables, collect rainwater. It's a life.
How is your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75.
The RCM can provide medical services.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's blood. I have been running out of that stuff. I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others, I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets tremendously.
Traitors. It's better alone. I watch the people of this city turn the lights back on more, and it's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers.
There were posters.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Mott and others too. Some cordons of Revachol at night. I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth. Useless now.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Out.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there, broadcasting it. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground. I do. They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. I don't want to. They're all traitors.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing. The older man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought was a second for reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
He does not seemingly react. He does not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
And this was when?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The combined might of international capital, all huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weak airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was they'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill it, and then you see it as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest that the bourgeois are not human. I had to fight it. I had to never stop. 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing?
Hiding, fishing.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit.
Always waiting for her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. Always. Good. The material, the historic opportunity.
What has he done? Perhaps a confession would lighten the load.
Yes, what? To get things going again?
There is no flame to fan. There is nothing left. You're with the RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. A so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International. The enemies, if you take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors.
A spray of blood from his mouth. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors.
Is that part of why you've been here all this time? Because the party didn't surrender?
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
Honor is a feudal atavism. My motive is class. No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a
The old man does not answer.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the...
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology. He nods slowly, then another tremor.
No, you're not. You're part of the meat shield. The human shield that surrounds the fascists.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism, or even cancer.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce. I've used it for killing.
Here we go. A trail of blood.
Killing people.
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? I've used it.
Interesting. During or after?
There is no after the war.
So he's continued killing after. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But this is what you live for. The great the solution. Going straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful. Slow and don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
"閉じるなよ」とか言われてる。身長どっちなんだ？ストレートなのか？
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Oh, yes. That one.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. The gun, the murder weapon, the scent of blood in the air. But what? Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence.
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete. Specific. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitted to it. Dead fasces for fascists. Done his part.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Not a lot of guns around that you...
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? 4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified good.
Yes.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tying things up like this.
Murder.
Like a marionette on some invisible string. This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn May. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Classia's bedroom. Now, you got it. Remember? Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what?
Show me the souls, please.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called sensory. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern.
The size fits, but not the soul.
演劇フットか。これ失敗しても嫌だからな。
Simpler? No.
失敗。
This is
嘘。
another loose thread you will never connect.
ここでいちいち出すか。
The lieutenant raises his... Not now. Stop yourself.
People change shoes, detective. It was you. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance?
Trying to rack your brains. You're desperate to report.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Damn Maybells. Oh,
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even.
so many this year too. The spring is coming. No. Class year.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thug. Got your attention. Now you stop eating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you can...
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. And so they...
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at Dan, the victim and a young woman, having sex through the scope of your rifle that night before you...
The old...
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where you can coax it out of him.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope?
A rifle
helps him see all the...
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it.
You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap them. Start with when he first saw you. It will give him a chance to remember.
3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came in on her galley. Her Aunt
Joyce. He means Joyce.
Wrinkled up whore. Yes, old-fashioned. They moved into a deserted apartment above the roundabout. Radio equipment out for all to see. React. I've seen their kind during the landing. Those Occidental and masked phalanx. Barely alive. They like to kill while they're on their drugs. After the landing, in the burning heat, I could see they've returned now to show their real face. The face they don't dare show their bourgeois voters back on Mundi with their families and them fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying it, and I wanted to see his head explode. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head.
This man has seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to punish her.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
You stare at them too. In your mind, her innocence day still turns to leave, airport bag in hand. See you tomorrow, Harry. Her voice rings in the evening air, burning.
You're delusional. There's nothing to see in the soul of the bourgeois woman. Made a little love nest up there. Sweaty linen and bottles they would use for God knows what.
A red-haired woman? Ruby.
That kind of thing is fine by the party.
Seems like the answer was yes.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark.
Past the Fell building on the coast?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag, her passport, and tickets to react.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth.
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it?
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers.
This implies that he also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
You didn't say Clausia in there. Why would I need that trap?
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration.
It was something. I don't remember. I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks. And a body. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run.
You could tell she was a spook? From the document?
She had different color hair on the photo. And glasses. Bored.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
Oh yeah.
It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines.
Did you make that hole?
With a clipped point knife. Like that, too? Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass. I've been through all of Martin. Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What? You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking.
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an ant.
You had to open the steel door?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
There's...
The coals of his eyes glistened suddenly, like stone.
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. No. I don't really know. I was there one night, and she was the day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do. Maybe, I told you, I have holes in my brain now.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years...
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes, then nods at you once more.
Her.
なんと
The lieutenant nods at you.
Where is she, that classier? I haven't seen her there for days. Gone. I knew it. She'd look at night, crying or smoking.
Midtown, across the Bay of Rivershell, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, on the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Smaller, distant. He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out. Day by...
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done, but you could get more out of him. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and...
A tragic comedy.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in the familiar put, put, put of hatred.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Because of the racists, everyone is pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He led some nihilistic advertising yuppie, not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnasse. Intense. Like animals. Like those boom-boom morons on the... The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now, a gun-toting port. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in ozone. That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the...
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down. What was that about? Steroid? There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating.
Horse. Yes, steroids. A racist on steroids. What is my opinion? You think? No. The rich man's...
Ha, yes. But he was there. Why was he there if you can't have an opinion?
Oh, I'm sure you have all internalized your...
The lieutenant gives to you. Keep talking about the head measuring man. Politics yields information from this man. Gets him spilling facts.
I find it strange that you keep... The rich man doesn't care about complexion. He rules the world. Syphilis is a disease. Philip III, the bacteria entered his brain and made him squand...
That is technically possible.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 20... What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why? That's right. Some advertising cockroach. Art is a bourgeois establishment.
Wait, the bullet hole in Philippe's heart. It had to be. He's already proved
I did. A needless, sentimental gesture.
Yes, shameful. So many others to punish over the years. Isn't that right, detective?
I did. A needless...
Yes, shameful.
The fat union man let them put it there.
Accusations of corruption. Push them aside with a shot.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real...
Disappointment. So...
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass.
Edgar.
He talks a big game about upright.
He's been sweet-talked by this Edgar.
You can't live alone.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time.
Of course. Maybe the Clears don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him.
I haven't approached anyone.
How did he know you were?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kid stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I was right about one of those things. I haven't approached anyone.
How did he know you were?
He didn't just stumble in like a stepped right. I was right about one of them. 20 years ago. Neither of them could walk.
That's around the time the Clares came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Hades never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Let me be here. The Z...
They let him be here.
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat.
Again? What have you...
Tried teaching him some Marzovian...
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something.
Every fucking morning. For 34 years. Throwing that ball. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack, across the water. I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. That one. Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders...
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just...
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat. Better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one. For him.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
教えてあげよう。
No. I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross.
They're all dead now.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done. There must have been 1,000 black days on...
And I blew them all.
He reminded him of himself. The same hatred. The same.
All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head. Fuck you. You think I haven't seen people die? It's all...
He's not okay. This is just another black day
in a row.
The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark. He acknowledges it. Here we go.
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. And money. She liked that too. That Holly.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him. Tempered by something familiar.
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Called in, they say. On the eve of battle, ran away, vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's...
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that what?
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call.
Here it is. The bend in the room.
Because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like heading home to Grand Coron or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish. Someone shot her.
Yeah.
Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes.
Another big spike of red.
Nothing changed. Not in the material bait.
Edgar didn't keep his part. If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on a side.
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal.
The same old freezing hatred.
Glad we talked about what?
His lip curls in...
Glad we talked about what?
平成フットかちょっと見てみたいな。いけるか。
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the manly trick. Indeed, he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid. If it's a mystery, this animation comes at a cost too. Erratic, great leaps of emotion, from anger to grief. You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts, perhaps, but his seems more than that. In summary, you sense some underlying...
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood.
There it is again. Erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course.
よし。もうこれしかないな。
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable movement. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal consent. Do you
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beats off.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
なんだこれ、いけるか。近く。これか。全部太っか。ゴブゴブ。いや、ダメだ。
Maybe we could all fit in there. Actually, no. Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce?
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
This is no harmless old...
This fucking world. This...
No, listen. Listen now.
どうしたらいいんだ。そうだな。
No, no, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
This world. What are you?
The wind is cold. Your skin is crawling suddenly.
なんだ、まだなんかあんのか。まだ誰かいんの。なんだこれ。あれじゃん、船虫じゃなくてなんだ。なんだ、ここであの謎の船虫。七節か、船虫は。
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb.
七節がいた。
To them, just
ここで。
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. You feel your legs shaking under you, and your gun hand rise.
Tell me what you see, damn it.
I can see it.
4 simple words. Thank God. If he can see, then you're not. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absence.
Be very, very careful.
ここでかよ。
Honorable one, you have accumulated a substantial amount of honor points on your life path. Oh, the modest. You are on the fast track to becoming one of living in the name of the selflessness forms the basis for the warrior code. Are you ready to drink deep from the yes? You're deep. Even among the honor comes from deep. You need to bring the thumb of your right hand, your sword hand, to your rectum and stick it in there to form the people will be in awe. Admiring a police officer most honorable. In a sacred ritual, most dishonorable are those who have not. You brought much shame on your family today. Your name will. The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a. The segmented antennae move with apprehension. Take long, deep breaths. Slow down your reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss. Like a reel-to-reel machine. Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small, like laughter. A sort of habit. Sweat drips from your brow. Soak it, hissing and clicking. It extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now. Looking up at the clock.
Okay.
There is no change in the
In 3. If it moves, you jump back.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright.
I got it.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the lip. It is surprisingly delicate. The curly end of the whisk looks like someone's got hurt in a fight.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
You were
大丈夫かな。これに殺されるとか勘弁してくれよ。
moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen. A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before. Like burnt roses.
なんか危ないような気がするな。
The invertebrate stops,
事件とは関係ねえもんな、こい
raising
つな。
its side-like arms and tilting its tiny head. Nothing.
いや、失敗した。
Its simple eyes give off no flicker of light. No one is home. The twitches of its limbs are insect-like. It's spread too thin among its limbs, performing incomprehensible operations on the world. And you, looking at it, mouth slightly open. You cannot eat. The insect stops its stridulation, seeming suddenly. There is no. Stop. Be afraid.
Yeah.
The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. As you back off, the phasmid also takes a step back into the reeds. The arthropod follows you with its antennae, As you back off,
いや、これに殺されるのは嫌だよな。どうだか知らんけど。もう触れるもんは内陸帝国が上げればいけるかなんか。あ、でもスキル上げなきゃ無理か。いやー、ちょっと保存しておこう。弱気。
Hissing and clicking, the arthropod extends its mandible-like and
It's good. It's good. Don't worry.
for a moment there, he was afraid the arthropod towers above you. The insect suddenly, no, stop.
これだ。
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as praying to you.
お、祈りを。
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts, the faintest smell, like you've never felt before.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
特にないな。やっぱこれだけか。
The insect suddenly, no, stop. B, the invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water. The long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
いたんだ。
And just like that, it's gone. Skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles and something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there.
It's gone. Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
In some kind of strain.
Our suspect is not looking so good.
Whatやったろう。なんだろうな。あ、パスポートね。これだ。
This passport, issued by the
Classia's hidden documents from the empty boy.
It's Clasia, with short, black, old photo.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or... Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have... She said it would be for... An...
Catalina Alazia. I told you she kept lying to you. She's probably lying to someone else right now, in another city.
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still like... I don't know. But it's not Katarzyna Alasia, or Clasia, or... And perhaps it's better that we didn't...
What is it? What do you want from...
Something is very wrong with him now.
See?
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps with fear and longing. The plastic cake feels coarse.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news...
The trembling mouth appears to...
Between this and the broken tire he used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid. Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid.
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years, it does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything. I mean, why not? That could be part of the shock.
No response.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean whatever does this does it over time? Teenagers? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope yours did. It did seem distressed when it finally came. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes.
No one would believe you without it. He stares into the reeds. Your words don't. No reaction. He's breathing. This is an old man.
Did you take his passport and other papers from a boy on
there?
He hears us.
No reply.
Try something else? We got him back.
The plastic cape flaps around his face. The blacks of his eyes are receding. The strength has all gone out of him.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
大丈夫かな、誰かに殺されんじゃねえだろうな。おっと、これなんだ。あ、スコープね。本土へ戻るにはこっちかな。
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, the flock of quail depart. On the islet, there is almost not like a silent orchestra of great importance to the few who a silent hiss. See the faraway roar of the city, a low hum. The air flows out of a pillbox window, called a mamadakwa.
Yes? It is. Is that why we are stopping?
The lieutenant nods in silence. The skiff is swaying on the way.
Lex, we are done here.
The skiff rocks, but for the sound of you reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought you. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant. This is the man with sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But where are his sunglasses?
That's right. And you're bleeding. Bothered by it. Harry. Oh, fuck it. We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Hello, I'm Trent Heidelstein. I believe...
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kumar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after pay.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Prison 57. We've just come...
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify it.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to perform.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe...
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to... My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trump, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself, shit kid? What an interesting moniker.
You, shit kid?
Maybe you've deserved it.
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look safe at all. There was a giant I.O. I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it. Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're in.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that.
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you.
Yes, I'm Khan Heilerstein. I never said I wasn't Khan Heilerstein. Mikhail? Mikhail's my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he...
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more...
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move on. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kimki Solagi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant Dubois and refresh your memory? It's a goddamn
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show. Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this...
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G. Bevy. It was going to be funny, but then you really did have brain damage. So not so much.
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing.
Do. It's a major crimes unit. We cleared the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the work.
The 41st isn't...
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? Oh, you think it was cool you saying that? As none of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but...
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
He is. He's getting better. And I can...
I believe, Drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole...
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders.
The 2 cases in your ledger. Those cases were hard.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have.
What do you mean?
Well, here is my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? Look at the ruins, the neon, listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years, hardwired to the free market.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not
leadership, now.
リーダーシップだ今のところ。
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes up?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes.
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry? Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. Our work vehicle, with fishing clams and other sea shit. Ha ha ha. Ho ho ho. Tequila sunset. Jump the canal. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get... It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
大丈夫だろう。よし。
Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not lost. Is your gun a little drink? You smell like a corpse. You let a suspect escape, Harry. Glacier something. Because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the reports. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get it. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now. Doing I don't know what for him. That's compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was...
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Detective, it's better if I...
It's so much better if he...
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. On Lieutenant Yufreto.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing his badge, that's all true.
The man sighs deeply.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar. Look, it's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian.
You should yell something. Yes, let's let it.
Other still, he is also a full-blown fascist, an ultra-nationalist, woman-hater, and more than a little racist. How he reconciles these 2 points of view? But he is vocal. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the drugs, of course. Amphetamine, mostly. But he can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads. Well, except that one time when he started to sing karaoke. which, by the way, I have
これ
to
までの
disagree
行
with
動
you,
が
Mr. Vicmar.
ちゃんと見られていて語ってくれる。
He really
すごい
sang his
な。
heart.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession. He apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since
A new species.
a colossal
新種の生き物。
It was on the island.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and you hear gasps beneath the howling.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected?
Detective? Yes, but also the old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence.
So it is
I must say, this is
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has... Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer out in the open, in Martinez.
And eyes, too. Your return...
Understood, of course.
I would prefer not to partake in anything union-related. For
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it at first mention.
Yes, yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry.
Still, good work with the...
It's still a point for you.
よしよし、褒められた。
No denying it.
female?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And...
Incredible.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowered. Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it.
It could maybe roll it, like a dung beetle.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Then it wouldn't matter if it's male or female.
That makes sense.
Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown.
Incredible. The
まさ
PR
か
value
ここ
of
で
this
七
is
節が
exceptional.
な。
Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the insulin.
This would really help with some of the...
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says...
Without it,
You're doing good here. Perhaps quit while you're ahead? Or no?
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym. The custom started in Grad, where they have patched this man's mother was Lily.
So, it is what...
thank you, Trant. Thank you for that.
Of course, excuse me.
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was an old man.
A strange psychosexual fixation, aggravated possibly by proximity to the phasmid and its chemicals. He himself gave up. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way, way, way.
Perfect vaulting mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still...
God damn it. It is bad. Even you. Chin up. Keep focusing on the positives here.
あ、そうだね。
I don't know what the Doom commercial area is. Why? That's...
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene. You were...
Of course. Call it...
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting
よかったよかっ
time.
た。あ、これもだ。
Who's Kuno?
You don't want...
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't.
あれそんなタイトルじゃないの
You smoked the drugs, I know you did. What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church. That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for...
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to.
Honestly, anything that ends this trial...
Agreed. The public relations potential of this...
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be...
Now you will finally get to know who... The man looks westward, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who are you? You're a gym teacher. Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore.
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron.
Hey.
It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is.
Also, this and this guy too. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
Of course. Contact Mike.
He's been on about Mike again. I hate that guy. The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then. Yes, you towed Jim in Cole. I believe that's the term. Towed.
The smell of sweat and blood, the worn floorboards. Kuro is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every...
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Acel, the whole thing on the ice. That's why you are such...
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also...
It is getting cold out.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fuck.
You really went with it too.
Dora something. Dora Ingle.
Not Dora Dubois.
Something like that.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people...
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with
you? Yeah, or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. Too old, you're incredibly bangable. She was incredibly fuckable. A beautiful...
Snow welcome. Heartbreak, pain, well...
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real...
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a...
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Us? With the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the bad guys.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district...
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the sea wing. It's not good. Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing.
They are damn iconic though.
Yeah, not like us. Too clinically depressed, oh god. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only...
He's anything but a loser.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old...
He's one of the most highly regarded...
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, they speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
So he remembers that. Yes.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town.
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not
He means it. The RCM and its enemies, your clearance will not go up while you...
Okay. It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with great...
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in River Shoal.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have...
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is...
She lives at 1113.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search. They should know as soon as possible.
She is going to be over them. Watch out, or she'll faint.
No. You're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal.
I assure you, I wouldn't...
He would immediately. I told you it's not that bad.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate. Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom. Work with Price? I'm flattered.
This truly came as a surprise to him.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you...
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Pirates that we need to get back.
I do like the sound of that.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory. Torson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
おお、これで解決か。おお、面白かったな。かなりなんかストーリーも回収できたと思うんだよね。すごかったな。いや、このテキスト量は翻訳大変だったろうな。この後のこの土地の結局労働者階級と経営階級との争いは続くんだね。でも刑事としての最初の当初の殺人事件の犯人とか動機とかは全部解決したからよかった。ついでに七節も見つけたし。全10回平均2時間以上やってるから多分20時間以上かかったかな。大作ですね。 このスタッフロールは早送りみたいにできないのかな。できなさげ。雰囲気もね、なんか絵がなんだろう、絵というか全体的なビジュアルのデザインが絵画的で面白かったですね。全部がそう統一されてて、なんかちょっとおどろおどろしい、自分のスキルがなんか化け物みたいな感じに見えましたけど、そういうもんなのかな。電気信号はやばい。あと薄明かりか、あいつもやばい。途中でね、自分のスキルの中で言ってることが相反することを言ってて、どっちだよみたいな場面ありましたけど、結構あの村人が、あのチームの人たちが死んじゃったのがかわいそうだったな。サイコロ8割ぐらいで失敗したのが何個かあったのが痛かったですね。まあこのスタッフロールは後でなんだな、チャプターで区切って飛ばせるようにしておきましょうね。いやー、しかしめちゃくちゃ面白かったけど、このボリュームをもう一回やろうという気にはちょっと他のゲームとかもやりたいので、そこは厳しいところだな。なんか他のクリアの仕方とかも見てみたいような気もしますが、お友達はなんかやたらとゲームオーバーになってるみたいなんですけど、そんなことは全くなかったですね、こちらはね。最初の精神振らないで体力全振りした時はやばかったですけど、あとなんか強いスキルあったな。なんか百科事典を成功するたびに経験値入るやつ、あれは強かったですね。何だったんだろう、何のスキルで取ったかも覚えてないですけど、しかしあれだな、このエリアの歴史とか前半語られて何のことだろうなみたいに思ったけど、すごいですね、全部伏線回収されましたね。まさか逃亡兵が、当時の革命の逃亡兵が犯人だとは。ちゃんとね、遺跡も利用していたし、何度もどんでん返しがあったな。そうだ、 あの女は逮捕しとくべきだったかな。それぐらいかな、気になるのは。それしても長いスタッフロールだな。もうそろそろ終わりそうな感じの。ライセンスの表示だ。そろそろある。お、止まった。パスッと止まったぞ。よし。じゃあ、ディスコエリジウム10回目の放送配信でようやく終わりましたね。なんとかクリアできてよかったです。はい。じゃあ、とっても面白かったんですが、感想はスタッフロールの最中に言ったと思うので、この辺にしておきたいと思います。チャンネル登録、高評価は特にいらないので、また遊びに来てください。じゃあ、こんなもん